What's up guys, Will and Customs here, and today we're taking a look at a special custom-ish figure right here. It is my Ultron figure right here. Now a couple months ago, whatever, I bought the Ant-Man figure. It was pretty cool. It came with the Ultron head. However, I was not invested enough or cared enough to buy the whole set to get the whole Ultron Build-A-Figure because I don't want to waste the money. Didn't care about the rest of the figures, and I don't really care about Ultron that much. Especially the look. I mean, it looks pretty cool, the Build-A-Figure, you know, it's very movie accurate, that's a good thing, but I didn't really care for the look that much because when I think of Ultron, I think of perfection. And to me, that body he had in the movie wasn't really perfect looking. You know, how like it was really bulky and big, it had gears and stuff coming out of him, so I didn't like that. But I do like the Marvel Select body because that looks like more perfection to me at least. Very sleek looking, very clean. If it's bulky, it's big, whatever. But you know, nice, clean look to it. You know, so I like the Select body better. So I actually like the head though from the movie, which I think is pretty cool. So I just put it on that. It's a simple head swap. Yes, it is. But in this video, I'm going to show you what I did exactly step by step because I know people might like to see that sometimes. Also, it wasn't a simple head swap because, for one thing, the peg in the body for the neck is too small and the socket on the head is too big, so what do you do for that? So I thought it would be a fun video for people to see what I do step by step for those kind of problems, and we'll do a nice walkthrough of that, and then after that we'll take a look at the figure itself, do some size comparisons, and wrap the video up. So enjoy the video. Here we go. Alright, so first off, what we're going to do is you're going to do the boil and pop method. Make sure you do this carefully because it gets hot. Second, you want to line the head up, see how it looks like, get a general idea how you want it to look like. And next, so the whole problem about this one was the head socket is too big for the peg hole. So what I use epoxy scope, which I think is good for a semi-permanent job to permanent job. So what you do is you put the epoxy scope into the ball socket, pack it in there all the way, and then you gently and firmly put it down onto the peg. Make sure it's aligned all the way, make sure you don't have a gap at the neck, and you let that dry for about 6 to 12 hours. Always better, longer the better. And when you get it, you know, make sure it moves. It should be able to move because it's smooth inside. And after that, it's time to paint. When you're painting, like for this one specifically, I had to make sure the colors line up because the body was a little bit more flat and dull. The head was a little bit more silver. So I just wanted to match it up to the best of my abilities. And as you can see, I'm just painting it over. I'm doing a nice base paint first, and after that I go over it with some details to try to match up the colors the best I can. And yeah, so after that, that's basically it. You let it dry for a day or so, and then you're good. Alright guys, so here is Ultron in all his glory. So that was basically my walkthrough. If you have any questions, leave a comment below or any comments, whatever you want to do. So basically the hardest part of this is really just, you know, matching the head, getting it perfectly aligned. Also the harder part is matching the colors. I did my best, you know. The body is more of like a flat aluminum silver, like, so I tried my best to try to match that. You know, it looks good in my opinion. I don't think it doesn't look that bad, but like on certain lights, like this is very strong lighting I have right here. So from far away, sometimes it might not look that good. But if you look at it like close up like this, doesn't look that bad. So I think I did a good job. I tried to enhance it a little bit, weathering job on it and stuff like that. Like I said before, I like the head a lot. I think it looks pretty good. I'm not a big fan of the original Ultron head, especially, you know, the mouth doesn't move, or it's not supposed to move. It has no character. If anything, this has more character to it. It looks more realistic, so I like this one better. But yeah, so that's basically what I do for, you know, when you have the head socket too big for the peg. Epoxy is a really good idea to use because once you get it fixed on, you can basically still move it. You just gotta kind of get it going sometimes, and you get the hinge joint to move as much as it could. Well, that's really the head itself being restricted. But other than that, it works. So that's what I do. It's more of a permanent thing, permanent job. You could take it off if you use the boiling method or a hair dryer method. You could pop it off eventually because inside it's just that ball socket, so it's fine. But if you want to remove that epoxy, you have to kind of dremel it off. So it might take some more work to do, but if you know you can do this permanently or you have no problem with it, you know, go ahead and do it. So I only do this when I really know, you know, this head is meant for this body, so I'm not going to remove it later. So Yeah, so like I said before, I like this body a lot better. It's more of a perfection looking body compared to the movie version. And there it goes. It has decent articulation as well. Actually, it's pretty good articulation, to tell you the truth. Nice ab joint right here. Hinges and everything like that. The arms move good and smooth. No problems there. Nice T-jointed hips. No problems there. So it's a great figure. I like it a lot better now, at least, and it's something different. Quick size comparison. Here is my Ultron figure of some of the other Marvel figures from different lines. As you can see, he's a pretty decent sized figure, which I like. Not as big as a Hulk, but definitely bigger than everybody else, so it looks pretty nice to me. And that's about it. You know, this is a nice video for you guys if you have that. If you want to do some head swapping and you might have the problem that the head socket is too big for the peg, and you know, if vice versa, I might do another video if the peg is too big for the socket. You know, you have to Dremel it down, so I might do a video for that as well. But other than that, just a quick video. I want to show it off, have some fun. And that's about it, guys. If you have any questions or comments, leave them below. And that's about it, guys. Thanks for watching. Like always, comment, criticize, subscribe, do whatever you want to pay attention. Follow me on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram with wildandcustoms.com. If you like the video, give it a thumbs up. Peace.